So make sure there's still sound and everything. Yep.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and good Shabbos to all of you out there and to all of us in here. Not there's many of us in here, but we are here in Huntington, West Virginia at B'nai Shalom Congregation, and we are here for Friday night Shabbat services, and we're going to begin. We'll have Judy come up and, just as she gets settled, come up and light candles for us, and we're going to find the blessings for the candles on page 2.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us. As the brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivan elahad l'ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. We're going to continue on page 6 with a reading. May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May this synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. We're going to continue on page 20 with a song that comes to us from the mystical city of Tzfat. Lecha Dodi, the mystics would rush out just as Shabbat was approaching, all dressed in white, and would sing this as the sun set in the Galil. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, Ishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, L'shem u'tiferet v'litchila, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Bohi v'shalom ateret bala, Gam b'simcha u'v'tohala, Toch emunei am segula. Bohi chala, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. We're going to turn the page to page 22, Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat, a psalm, a song for Shabbat. It is good to praise Adonai, to sing hymns to your name, O Most High, to proclaim your steadfast love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night, with the 10-stringed harp, with the voice and the lyre together. You have gladdened me with your deeds, Adonai. I shout for joy at your handiwork. How great are your works, Adonai, how subtle your designs. A brute cannot know, a fool cannot understand this. We continue with the Hebrew, Tzadika Tamar. Tzadika Tamar yifrach, Ke'erez balchanon, yiskeshetuli. Beveit Adonai, B'chatzrot Eloheinu, Yafri brichu. O jenu huvun beseva, deshenim verananim yiyu lehagi, ki yashar Adonai suri velo avlatabo. Page 24, we're going to welcome the angels that come to spend Shabbat with us. Every week they make the journey from on high to spend Shabbat with us and help us have a peaceful Shabbat. Page 24, Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharei, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Boachem leshalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon. Mi melech Malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Baruchuni leshalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon. Yimelech Malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Seitchem leshalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon. Mi melech Malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. We're going to skip ahead to the beginning of the Arvit service, to the beginning of the evening service on page 145. Page 145, we begin with Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah v'yamad yivrach yerutei v'yamlik malchutei b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael b'hagala uv'zman kariv V'imiru amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam lo me'almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudusha brichu le'la min kol birchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imiru. Amen. We continue on page 146 with Baruch Hu, the call to formal worship. Baruch Hu et Adonai hamevorach.
Baruch Adonai
hamvorach leolam vaed. On page 147, Adonai, your majesty is proclaimed by the marvels of earth and sky. Sun, moon, and stars testify to your power and wisdom. Day follows day in endless succession, and the years vanish, but your sovereignty endures. Though all things pass, let not your glory depart from us. Help us to become co-workers with you and endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim. Continue on page 148, Ahavat Olam.
Ahavat Olam.
Beit Yisrael Alecha. Torah u'mitzvot u'kim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta Okay, Adonai Eloheinu v'shopeinu u'kumeinu nasiach echukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'shmotecha el'ored ki ein hayenu ve'orech yameinu u'ahem negeh yomam v'layla negeh yomam v'layla ve'ahavai kol tasir Mileinu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael Ohev amo Yisrael. We continue on page 149 with Shema. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Vishinantam levanecha vidibarta bam vishivtecha b'veitecha uvlektecha v'derech uveshokbecha uvkumecha ukshartam liot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot beineinecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha Uvi sharecha leman tizkaru vasitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem. We're on page 151 in the middle with the responsive reading. We worship the power that unites the universe, a promise of harmony for all.
Yet that oneness eludes our grasp, an imperfection and equal bound.
Before our eyes there is a vision of perfection, order, and goodness.
There is evil enough to break the heart, and there is good enough to exalt the soul.
When will redemption come?
We grant everyone what we claim for ourselves.
Long ago, we escaped the tyranny of Egypt. Our people saw the power of the Most High.
We learned God's presence redeems time and event, so we celebrate this power that makes for freedom.
Top of page 152, Mi Chamocha.
Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nidar b'kodesh. Norah tehilot. O Sefer, mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh.
No.
I'll talk to you about that later.
Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praise are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Page 153, Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu
Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, v'habitenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, v'habitenu shomreinu l'chaim. Give us a place to rest, O God. Shelter us in the long, soft evening shadows of your truth. You are true protection and safety. In your presence we find love and acceptance. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Page 154, Vishamru. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, Lasot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. We're going to begin on page 155 and following for the Amidah, the Tefillah. Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Eloheinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ahel Hagadol Hagibor Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'konei Hakol V'zocher Chasdei Avot Imahot U'mevi Goel Ibnei B'neihem Leman Shemo B'Yahava Melech Ozer Moshia U'Maged Baruch atah Adonai Magid Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechaye Metim Atah Rav Lahoshia Modrid Hatal Mechalkel Chaim V'Chesed Mechaye Metim V'Rachamim Rabim Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Magevurot Umito Melach Melech Limit Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman atah l'chayot metim Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh hametim. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may we all live in such a way that this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai Mikadesh HaShabbat. We're going to continue on page 161 at the top, Ritzei.
Ritzei, Ritzei, Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu b'yamecha Yisrael u'tefilatam ve'otekaber u'tehila ratzon tamid u'tehila ratzon tamid avodat Yisrael amecha Baruch atah Adonai she'oteka levadecha v'yira ha'avod she'oteka levadecha v'yira
Be gracious, Adonai, our God, to your people Israel, and receive our prayers with love. May our worship always be acceptable to you. Fill us with the knowledge that you are near to all who seek you in truth. Page 162, Modim Anachnu Lach. For the good in us, which calls us to a better life, we give thanks. For the strength to improve the world with our hearts and our hands, we offer praise. For the desire in us to lead us to work for peace, we are grateful. For life and nature, harmony and beauty, for the hope of tomorrow, all praise the source of being. We're on the top of page 164. 164, a prayer for peace. Shalom Rav.
Shalom
Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon Lechol HaShalom. Ki atahu melech Adon Lechol HaShalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov Enecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of our world. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your nature hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Adonai, who blesses your people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamivarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom. We're on page 167. 167, Yehiyu l'ratzon.
Yehiyu l'ratzon, imrefi, ve'hekyoni lefanecha. Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, Ve'goli, Ve'goli.
May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and my redeemer. We're now going to make the Mishaberach for the Cholim, the Mishaberach, the prayer for healing for those who need it. If you have people in your lives that need special healing, keep them in your heart and in your mind as we continue with the Mishaberach found on page 253. Mishaberach Avoteinu Mikor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach Imotenu Mikor HaBracha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We're on pages 258 and 259, the prayer for our congregation, for our country, and for the state of Israel. Source of all being, may the children of this community learn these passions from us: love of Torah, devotion and prayer, and support of the needy. May we guide with integrity, and may our leadership be in your service. May those who teach and nourish be blessed with satisfaction, and may we appreciate their time and their devotion. Bless us with the fruits of wisdom and understanding, and may our efforts bring fulfillment and joy. Baruch atah Adonai, she'odcha levadcha b'yirat na'avod. Thus says Adonai, this is what I desire, to unlock the fetters of wickedness and untie the cords of lawlessness, to let the oppressed go free, to break off every yoke. Share your bread with the hungry, and take the wretched poor into your home. When you see the naked, give clothing, and do not ignore your own kin. If you banish the yoke from your midst, the menacing hand, the evil speech, if you offer compassion to the hungry and satisfy the famished creature, then your light shall shine in darkness. And on the bottom of page 259, O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. All right, friends, Shabbat Shalom and good Shabbos. This week is known as Acharei Mot Kedoshim. These are the two parshiot that we would read on this Shabbat, and they can be either read together, or they could be read as they are this year, or they could be read separately as we would read them on a leap year. Acharei Mot means after the death, and this picks up after the death of Aharon's two sons. We read about them in Parashat Shmini. They were the ones who brought strange fire before God. And in this parsha, in this piece of the Torah, Aaron, the high priest, is told that only he can approach the Holy of Holies, and he can only do that on Yom Kippur. And on the tail of that piece, The people are commanded to observe Yom Kippur. This is where we get the command in the Torah to observe Yom Kippur. And we get that it's a day of fasting and rest. It's a Shabbat Shabbaton. It's a Shabbat of complete rest, unless you're a rabbi or a cantor, right? But it's a day of fasting for all of us. We don't do any work, and we seek forgiveness. And that's the high point. Those are the high points of Parshat Acharei Mot. Kedoshim, the second parsha, the second section that we would read, means holiness, or that which is holy. And in this week's Torah portion, we get what's called the Holiness Code. And what's interesting about the Holiness Code in Judaism, as opposed to contemporary religions of the ancient Israelites, is that the Holiness Code, in order to be a good Jew in the mind of the Bible, you have to observe ritual commandments and ethical commandments, but they're not separated, right? In Parshat Kedoshim, we get commandments like honor our parents, observe Shabbat and festivals. We're commanded not to worship idols. We're commanded to offer sacrifices, to leave the corners of the field uncut for the poor. We're not to steal. We're not to make unfair decisions. We're not to favor the poor in legal decisions or favor the wealthy. We're not supposed to hate. We're not supposed to bear grudges. And we're not supposed to seek vengeance. And the reading would end this week with the verse that all of us know: love your neighbor as yourself. So that's a little bit of a snapshot of this week's Torah reading, Acharei Mot and Kedoshim. Last week, I talked about the three words that we should use all the time: thanks, wow, and help, right? Or actually in the opposite word: help, thanks, and wow. And I thought a little bit about the wow, right? Because usually reserve wow for big ticket items, things that really take our breath away. But right now, the way most of us are living, a lot of us are staying at home. A number of us haven't been out of our homes except to do essential grocery shopping or going to the pharmacy. Our lives have become predictable. We get up in the morning, we put on our daytime pajamas, we go downstairs, we watch TV, we might put on a shirt if we're going to have a Zoom conference or some sort of call that people are going to see us. We have fallen into a rut, because later on, after we've been in our day pajamas, we'll go and change into our nighttime pajamas, and then the cycle repeats. We need to get out of the rut. We need to start finding moments of awe in our daily lives, reasons for us to do things differently, right? You don't have to wear pajamas all day, although it might be comfortable. We need to develop a sense of awe. We need to be able to do something new each and every day, right? Here in West Virginia, the weather hasn't been that great this week, but I've been taking the dogs out in the backyard and listening to the different birds that are flying past the house. Now, it's kind of tough when the dogs are barking, but I've managed to hear different types of birds that are around my house, right? And that's an awe moment. That's something that I don't normally get a chance to do. And if I wasn't sitting at home kind of quarantined, I wouldn't get a chance to go out and hear the birds sing. So that was my awe moment, my AWE moment of the week, because I got out of a rut. I would just take the dogs outside, watch them, and then go back inside. And now I'm listening for the birds. And I've heard robins. I've heard, I could have sworn I heard a woodpecker. There are woodpeckers. I wasn't imagining the tapping. I heard a woodpecker, and I could have sworn I heard a blue jay. Probably. So there we have it. 3 birds and somebody said that there are hummingbirds around here.
Yes.
I haven't seen them yet, but I want to see them because I haven't seen a hummingbird since I lived in California. And I would love to see a hummingbird. But the point is that we need to find new activities, especially while we're quarantined, no matter how mundane, to show us different ways of living. And so I just came up with a couple off of my head. The first one, the Starbucks isn't open, but you could try a new coffee. Try something different. Try a new juice. Try a new breakfast drink. Read a new author or genre, right? Pick up a book that you never thought you would read and give it a chance. And take a walk if you can. And walk around the block a different way than you normally would. And pay attention to things that you might not normally pay attention to. In order to find awe in our lives, we don't need big ticket items. It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be standing at a waterfall or looking at a sunset or looking at a rainbow. Although those are moments of awe for us. Moments of awe can be found anytime we do something new, and it makes us stop to think and give us a moment to pause and to be grateful. See how that leads into saying thank you, right? The idea of being awe, saying wow, can lead us to saying thank you. So start tonight if you can. Go outside and look up at the stars and see if you can see any of the planets, or if you see a constellation that you haven't seen in years. Go out and try something new. Just do something new. That's how we get to awe. That's how we get this feeling of it's great to be alive because I got a chance to do something new. And it doesn't take much. And I'll tell you what, if you do that, you'll be glad you did. Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and good Shabbos. All right, we are at Aleinu. I'll ask everyone to please rise. We are on page 282. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו למשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אלוהינו. אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום ונשתנו כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחתינו. Let the time not be distant, O God, when all shall turn to you in love, when corruption and evil shall give way to integrity and goodness, when superstition shall no longer enslave the land, nor idolatry blind the eye. O may all created in your image become one in spirit and one in friendship, forever united in your service. Then shall your realm be established on earth, and the word of your prophet fulfilled. Adonai will reign forever and ever. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai L'melech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, Yeh Adonai echad, Ushemo echad. Why should I wish to see God better than this day? I see something of God in each hour of the 24, at each moment then. In the faces of men and women I see God, and in my own face in the glass. I find letters from God dropped in the street, and everyone is signed by God's name. And I leave them where they are, for I know that wheresoe'er I go, others will punctually come forever and ever. This week we observe the following yahrzeits: Beatrice Geringer, Jacob Shradsky, Harold Shradsky's father; Herman Silberstein, Jack Hyman's uncle; David Baker, husband of Janet, father of Edna and Nathan; Irene Island; Lena Friedman, Pauline's cousin; Israel Greenstein, Irving's grandfather and Harry's father; Hannah Miller, B. Geringer's mother; Otto Aller, husband of Anita Herbert; Lillian E. Finn, relation to Minna Poland; Julius Friedman, Pauline's cousin, husband to Lena; Leo Shradsky, Harold's relative; Isidore Shradsky, Harold's brother; Saul Cohen, David Cohen's brother; Carlos Sweeney, Scott Murphy's grandfather; Mildred Wormser, Victor's wife, mother of Sam and Ron; Daisy Macinter Gross, wife of IT, mother of Roger, Stephen, and Marvin; Dr. Mayer S. Galpin, Betty Kolker's father, husband of Selma; Tessie Gersman Steinberg, Sally Hayflick and Jack Steinberg's mother; Judge Harold Tompkins, Pauline's cousin, Francis Fish's husband. May their souls be bound up in the bond of life eternal. May their memories be a blessing to us always, and may they all rest in peace. At this time, we recite Mourner's Kaddish on page 294. V'yitkadal, v'yitkadash, Shemei Rabbah, v'alma tivrach hirutei, v'yamlik malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon, uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam l'omei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal Shmei d'kudusha brichu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Shabbat shalom, everyone, and good Shabbos. We are almost completed with our services this evening. We have services right here tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, and we will be live streaming them. And then again on Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, Sunday morning, right? So tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. No, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. 10 a.m., and I'm going to quit while I'm ahead with times. 10 a.m. tomorrow. I do have an email address for those of you who wish to reach me. It is Rabbi R.D. Judd, one word, at wv-b'nai shalom.org. So I'm sure Martha will be sending out an email with my new email address for those of you who wish to get in touch with me. Is there Yiddish on Wednesday?
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Yiddish. Is it Zoom?
It's on Zoom, yeah.
It's on Zoom. So how do they?
We send the link out each week, but it's the same one each time, too.
Okay,
If they
so-
got any copy of that email, they're good to go.
Okay, so if you got any copy of the email about the Yiddish choir on Wednesdays at 7, just click on that link and it'll get you there. Right? So that's Wednesday night. I want to thank Scott, our tech guru, and I want to thank Judy and Charles for being here. All of them were our choir this evening, and so helping me along with the tunes as I get to know them. So we'll close out on page 321 with Adon Olam. Adon Olam.
Adon
Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra li'et nasa b'chefzo kol azai melech shemo nikra v'acharei kivlot hakol levado yivlot nora Vehu hayav, vehu hoved, vehu yeh betifara, vehu echad v'ein sheni, leham shilo lehachbira, v'li reshi, v'li tachlit, Velo haos v'hamisra v'hu eli v'chai goali v'tzor hevli b'eitzara v'hu nisi humanosli menat kosi bi'omekra bi'ado avki rufi bi'etishan bi'ayira v'imrufi giviati Adonai li v'lo ira. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Good Shabbos. Be safe out there. Only go out for when you need to. And we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Or for those who only join us for Friday nights, we'll see you next Friday. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.